Hello friends, in today's video we are right back where I left you last time, and if you haven't seen that video, please go give it a watch. My new uploading day is on Tuesdays. It's just an easier day for me to post new videos. So with all of that being said, today's video is all about this romantic feeding station needing a facelift, a cleanup, we could call it, but I also want to decorate it for fall. And I love decorating with things that I already have. Saves a lot of money, plus I have a small space, so storage is very limited for storing extra decor. And then also, because we're outside in the garden, I like to keep it real in a literal sense, so decorating with real flowers, real plants, and real things, again, that I already have. So let's do that today. And I do want to add maybe a couple of new touches in. Of course, we've got to add some magic and some whimsy. So that's the goal for today. Let's get started. Okay, I am going to be on the hunt for some type of pillar or column to use out here. I was thinking I could use a wooden log or stump to put our sundial on, but this area is way too shady to keep this over here, so that's going to go in a different area of the garden. I'm going to put this to the side for now, and then we're going to be cleaning off the table. I was not sure if I was going to leave my Hershey Kiss tin. This is over here because I thought it went well with our romantic feeding station, and I did this late February, early March, so it was kind of giving Valentine's Day, but I thought we'd add in some more fall type colors, so I think this is gonna go for now. Same with our jade colored stone here, this stone vase. I was putting some of our fresh cut flowers in here, and this most likely will go because what I'm going to be adding onto the table are a couple of pots, and then I think I have a third element I want to bring in also, and I don't like to overcrowd it. I like to decorate in threes, so this one might stay off to the side also. Okay, I've just mixed up a nice blend of soil conditioner, soil, manure, lots of goodies to plant a new plant into this little pot that was back here. And I do want to paint the outside of it, I think. It's kind of falling apart a little bit, but it also just adds to that charm that I like, so I'm gonna leave it for now, but I am gonna put a new plant in there. And then I want to say about 90% of the plants I'm using today were from Lowe's clearance section in the garden center, so very excited about that because that is the thrifty form of shopping at one of the bigger box stores. Clearance items. So if you don't think you're a thrifter, if you've ever bought something on sale, you just may be. So let's put these plants in their pots, and then I'll share with you some of the other ones I've already potted. I actually potted them last week when we got the plants, and yeah, we'll bring everything together. I think I may also do a little work on that guy back there and really bring this space together, giving the fall colors and vibe for the decorating. I've already put a few of these in another pot, but I've got some salvia that was 50% off for all of these. And although I don't usually plant with red over here, I figured because we are doing this for fall, we're going to use some more of those fall colors to get the effect. I've also got some purples and oranges to tie all in together, and I'm hoping the overall look will be wonderful. First things first, let's get this old one out of here. So this is the fun part of having too many plants, is that I can play musical pots and move around plants that are already in pots, put them in a different one, and pot some of my new flowers or new plants. That's what I'm gonna do right now because I needed 2 medium-sized pots, and I have 2 kind of medium to small terracotta pots because I'd like to use terracotta pots over here. And I've got some ZZ plants, I'll show you. These are from inside, actually one big plant that I then separated into multiple plants. It was getting out of control for inside, and it was honestly falling over every day too because someone would always knock into it. Anyway, I separated them out and they're doing well. They've been hanging out in the greenhouse. I mean, they need a little bit of love, but what I think I'm gonna do is combine these 2 into one larger pot that I have, and then I'm gonna take these 2 and put the rest of my salvia in it because I think that will just work out for this project. So let's do that. Here's a section of this feeding station that I haven't shared in a while. I had 2 small terracotta pots here that had mums in them that I knew were growing back, and those have grown back, and I have since put them into larger pots. And so David actually had planted these earlier this summer and they look glorious, so those are here. And then we also have this oak leaf hydrangea we picked up this summer, and that's here. And then these are the succulents that have been in this estate sale pot. They actually came with the pot, so I'm just gonna do a little cleanup there and maybe add in some more rock, but these are the 3 that will stay right here for now. I've had to inch everything forward as the tree has grown up because it provides so much shade that it shaded things out too much that need the sun. So I think I'm actually going to continue to scoot it more and then move forward this guy, which I think David was given this and we just kind of use it out here. It could probably use a little bit of a update as well. Some kind of update as well. Maybe paint, I don't know. Thinking about that, but I have fixed the little birdhouse that was on top. It needed some gluing, and then I think I might add back in my solar lanterns that are right over there. They just need a little cleanup, but they weren't getting any light either because, again, take a look at this. Very grown up fig tree, so they weren't getting enough light. But I think if I scoot everything maybe a few feet forward, we should be good. And then this little corner of the station will be complete. One of our best ways to decorate are these solar lights, and we've been pretty much getting all of them from Walmart. And this one we already have in the garden on the walking path, and it changes colors and it's so fun and cool. We love it a lot, works very well. So we've got another one, and I think I'm going to use it to go right here to highlight our glorious most recent flea market find. And what is even more cool about these is that you can fix the color, so we can lock it onto a specific color. And with that, I think I'll do that on a seasonal basis, so that way it just sort of again adds that ambiance for what I'm trying to achieve. So let's get this thing set up and charging, so that way we can see what it looks like later this evening. Okay, here's my thought process. Because I have my white metal art piece here, and I do like for there to be some cohesiveness to the designs, I'm thinking I need to put some white on this. This is really good lighting to see what this looks like. And the wood is very weathered, the metal is very rusty. I would like for this to maybe be darker, so I think rather than painting this white, I might do the metal white. So I'm gonna paint either the metal or the wood, and you will see which one I choose. While our paint is drying on some of our painting projects, I am gonna decorate the table behind me, and I'm gonna be using 2 plants from, again, the Lowe's clearance section, and they just give the wonderful fall feeling, the colors of fall. Also, I found this pot laying around, and then I have these are 3 little survivors. They've got roots growing, and these are from our succulent propagation station, and that was from a video this summer. If you haven't seen that, I will link it here. But yes, I'm excited. I'm gonna put these guys in here, push the table more towards the sun so that way it will provide enough sun for them. And if not, I can always just move the pot throughout the day and just put it back here to the table. But I liked the weathered look of this, and it kind of matches the tones and colors that we're going for. And then I'm gonna add some other decorative pieces to this as well. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to hit the like button if you did, and subscribe on your way out if you are not already. And I hope you found some inspiration or motivation to decorate with things you already have and get creative. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.